I've read at least 50 books on manifesting, law of attraction, spiritual, self-awareness, all of the things. And what I've learned is that every book says the same thing. The messaging is the same. It may sound different, it may resonate with you differently, but they're all saying the same thing. The one thing that I've learned that is common through all of these books when it comes to manifesting things into your experience is that the only thing that you need is your imagination. Your imagination is the most powerful thing that you have as a human being, as a creator. It is the source of all of your creations, and your imagination is not necessarily the same thing as positive thinking. For a long time on my journey, I believed that as long as I think positively, as long as I'm always thinking positive thoughts, then I'm going to be okay. I'm going to feel okay. I'm going to get anything that I want. And the truth is, positive thinking does help. It is what you need to keep you in alignment with the things that you want. But positive thinking alone is not enough. You have to use your imagination, meaning you have to visualize those things that you want. It's one thing to just say, oh, I want $1 million. Oh, I believe I can have $1 million. It's another thing to visualize yourself going to the bank and putting in your bank account information, or even going to a teller and seeing the $1 million in your bank account. I have been reading Neville Goddard's book, The Power of Awareness. This is a very, very powerful book. And I'm sure if you're in the conscious, spiritual, or even, self-improvement corner of social media, then you've heard of Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard talks a lot about visualizing and using your imagination to bring the things you want into your experience, and more so about being and feeling as if you have those things now. He talks a lot about living in the end, meaning instead of thinking about what you want in future context, feeling and believing that you have those things now, because you do. You do have them now because you can see them in your mind, because you can visualize them. You can see yourself experiencing whatever that thing is. And when you set out the desire, when you have the desire in your heart to have something, to be something, it already exists. Your brain doesn't know the difference between when you are just imagining something and when you are actually experiencing it, especially when you are imagining and visualizing with all of your 5 senses, your taste, your smell, sight, hearing, and touch. And you can do this in your mind. Every book says the same thing in one way or the other. The power is in you to create whatever it is that you want. I will say, for me on my journey, that has been one of the most difficult things to grasp, is something so simple. Because we think of manifestation and we think of, just the universe as a whole, or how everything comes to be, as such a grand thing and such a big thing. The desires that you want, some of the things that you may want may feel really big. It may feel like, okay, this is beyond me. This is beyond what I've ever known. But it comes down to one simple thing. Are you experiencing that thing now? Are you imagining it now? Because if you are, if you can see it in your mind, if you can see it in your mind's eye, then it is not too big for you. Because if it was, you wouldn't be able to conceive it. Neville Goddard talks about how when things get really hard, that is a lot of the times the moment right before your breakthrough happens, right before you get the manifestation or the idea. You go through this very intense phase of resistance, and The problem is that a lot of us go through that resistance, and that is the moment when we give up. That's the moment when we finally say, okay, you know what? This isn't for me. Maybe I'm not worthy of having this. Maybe I'm not, I don't have enough money yet. Or maybe I just don't know enough yet. But he says that actually is the moment right when your manifestation is right there waiting for you. And when you give up, that's just like the miner who is digging for the gold, spending days, weeks, whatever, digging for the gold, and then finally gives up. But little did he know that just an inch away, the gold was right there. Your imagination is going to be the vehicle. It is going to be the direct link to you experiencing whatever it is that you want. If you want a new car, the best thing that you can do, it's not, okay, let me, try to make more money, or, put some money in my savings account so I can get a new car, or let me go find a cheaper car that I can afford right now, and then, maybe get my car in the future. If you want a car, there is nothing in this universe that is stopping you from having whatever car that you want. But you have to make the decision that you want that car. And the best thing that you can do in that moment is to visualize yourself going to the dealership, seeing the car, getting in the car, test driving the car, smelling the aroma of that new car smell, feeling how the steering wheel feels in your hands, feeling the seats, the interior, seeing it all in your mind, feeling how fast it's driving, feeling how smooth the ride feels. And then getting out of the car, going back into the dealership and saying, okay, I'm ready to buy my car. Seeing yourself write out the check or get the loan, whatever it is in your vision. When you see yourself doing that, that is the best thing that you can do if you want a new car. That is the best thing that you can do if you want anything to come into your life, is to visualize it in your mind. Your imagination is your creative source. Thinking is for the conscious mind. Thinking is, when we want to analyze, research, or use our minds to critically think about solutions. Your imagination is what you need to create. It is what you need to create the solution to the problem. But a lot of times we try to use thinking, we try to think ourselves into a new experience, a new car, more money, a better relationship. You try to think your way through that, but you have to imagine it. You have to see it in your mind's eye. So what I've been doing lately is reading The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard, listening. I've actually been listening to the audiobook on Audible and reading it at the same time. For some reason, that just amplifies things for me, especially like when I'm reading. And another thing that I've been doing is waking up, visualizing, taking at least 10 to 15 minutes to visualize. And then also before I go to sleep, I take 10 or 15 minutes to visualize my life, how I see myself, how I see me and my husband living in our new place, and how the texture of the floor feels on my feet, smelling the aroma of our house. And in this phase of my life, I've had to remind myself again how easy it is to truly live a life that you want to live. Nothing is stopping you. Nothing is holding you back. No one is telling you that you can't do it but you. And the only thing that's going to keep you from experiencing it or getting it or having it, whatever it is that you want, is you not seeing it. You have to see it first. You have to see it in your mind and you have to experience it. And that's all in the power of your imagination. Your imagination is going to lead you to the steps that you need to take, the action that you need to take. I think that's another reason why we overlook our imagination a lot of the times, is because, one, as younger children, we probably were told that, you need to live in reality. You need to face reality, right? Because as a kid, your imagination was everything. And you get older, you start realizing that, adults don't do that. Adults have to work jobs, and we have to pay bills, and we have to take care. We have to be responsible. So a lot of us were literally told to suppress and ignore our imagination. But our imagination is our source. It's literally our God source. It is a gift that no other species has. Your dog, your cat, a horse cannot imagine things. They only live through their instincts and whatever is in the present moment. They can't imagine what their lives would be as a duck. Okay, a duck can't imagine what its life would be as a horse. We have the ability to imagine any alternative for our lives. You have to embrace that power within you. And instead of thinking that you need all of these different things, or thinking that you need more of this, more money, or you need to read more books, or you need to take this course, instead of thinking you need more, keep it simple. Understand that you have an imagination, and that's all that you need. That's all that you need, is to visualize and see what it is that you want. Create it in your mind. Experience it in your mind. Literally live in your mind. And let it go. Don't chase it. Don't try to sort it out after you come out of your visualization. You let it go. You say, oh, that was fun. Oh, that was nice. Okay, let me go throughout my day. Now let me handle the 3D world, okay? Let me cook dinner and clean my house and do all of those things. Neville Goddard says, you labor in the day, but you plant at night. You plant in your sleep. Before you go to sleep, you plant the seeds of the things that you want to experience, whether it's in your next day, whether it's in, a year from now, or whatever. Don't even put a time limit on it. Just plant the seeds of the things that feel good to you, the things that you want to experience. And then in your day, you can labor. You can take the actions. You can take the responsibilities of an adult. But stay in and always live in that vision in your mind, because what you're living right now, what you can see, taste, touch, feel right now is old news. It is old creation. There's so much power in understanding this, and I'm so happy that I'm in this phase of my life. I'm so happy to be in this time, in this realm, to fully grasp and understand this. I am starting a book club on YouTube. You can join through my YouTube membership on my channel. Every month there will be a book of the month, and throughout the month we will discuss the chapters. We'll discuss how to apply it and practice those things into our lives, because I am, like I said, obsessed with self-improvement and learning about the mind, the power of our minds, and the power of this universe. So I would love to start a community around not just reading the books, but really applying the messaging and the teachings to our lives. The Power of Awareness, I'm telling you now, if you have not read this book or if you have not heard of Neville Goddard, I highly recommend that you look him up, you read his books, and just, again, remember that all of these books are going to say the same things. And understand, too, that all of the answers are within you. The books are not teaching you anything. They're reminding you of what you already know deep down inside, what your soul already knows. But I love a good book, okay? I'm always going to be a reader, and this is definitely one that I will recommend, along with so many others. So if you want to be a part of that community, definitely join the Inner Garden Book Club. But with all that being said, I hope you all live in love, live in light. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being here with me in the Inner Garden, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.